The Dark Secrets of King Henry VIII. 1. The ruthless rise to the throne. King Henry VIII wasn't born to be king. His elder brother Arthur was first in line. But after Arthur's sudden death in 1502, young Henry became the heir. When Henry VII died in 1509, 17-year-old Henry VIII took the throne. His early reign was charismatic and filled with promise. But behind his youthful charm was an ambitious mind ready to reshape England by any means necessary. He married his brother's widow, Catherine of Aragon, solidifying his claim and aligning with powerful Spain. However, what followed was a series of dramatic events that revealed Henry's darker nature. 2. The obsession with a male heir. One of the darkest and most tragic obsessions in Henry's life was his desperate desire for a male heir. Catherine of Aragon gave birth to several children, but only one survived, Mary. This infuriated Henry. In a patriarchal society, a king without a male heir was considered weak. Henry became fixated on securing the Tudor dynasty. His frustration with Catherine led him to seek annulment, a move that would defy the Pope and fracture Europe. 3. Breaking from the church. When the Pope refused to annul his marriage to Catherine, Henry did the unthinkable. He broke England away from the Roman Catholic Church. In 1534, he established the Church of England, declaring himself its supreme head. This was more than a religious move, it was a political earthquake. Henry dissolved monasteries, seized church lands, and punished anyone who remained loyal to Rome. Thousands of monks, priests, and ordinary citizens were executed or exiled. Henry's thirst for power had now redefined the spiritual identity of a nation. The execution of Anne Boleyn. After divorcing Catherine, Henry married Anne Boleyn, the woman he believed would finally give him a son. But when Anne failed to produce a male heir, her charm turned to suspicion. Henry accused her of adultery, incest, and treason, charges that historians believe were largely fabricated. In 1536, Anne was beheaded at the Tower of London. Her only surviving child was Elizabeth, who would later become one of England's greatest monarchs. Henry's decision to execute the mother of his daughter revealed just how dangerous it was to displease the king. 5. The bloody legacy of wives. Henry VIII married 6 times. His marital history was more than a royal soap opera, it was a bloody saga. 2 of his wives, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard, were executed. His marriages to Catherine of Aragon and Anne of Cleves ended in annulment. Jane Seymour, whom he considered his true wife, died after giving birth to his only son, Edward. Catherine Parr outlived him. The constant rotation of queens reflected not only Henry's volatility, but his willingness to destroy anyone in his path, even those he once loved. 6. The fall of Thomas More. Sir Thomas More was once Henry's closest advisor and friend. A brilliant scholar and devout Catholic, More refused to support Henry's split from the Catholic Church. He declined to recognize Henry as the supreme head of the Church of England. In response, Henry had him arrested, imprisoned in the Tower, and eventually executed in 1535. More's death was a chilling example of how Henry demanded absolute loyalty, even at the cost of integrity, conscience, and lifelong friendship. 7. The dissolution of the monasteries. Between 1536 and 1541, Henry VIII ordered the dissolution of the monasteries, targeting over 800 religious institutions across England. He accused them of corruption, but the real motive was power and wealth. Monasteries held vast land and riches, which Henry seized to fund his government and wars. Churches were looted, relics destroyed, and thousands of monks and nuns displaced. This not only altered England's religious landscape, but triggered a violent backlash from devout citizens, many of whom were crushed under royal authority. 8. Brutal repression of rebellions. Henry's reign was marked by uprisings, and his responses were merciless. The Pilgrimage of Grace in 1536 was a large-scale rebellion against his religious reforms and the dissolution of monasteries. Though the rebels initially negotiated peace, Henry betrayed them. He executed over 200 leaders, including nobles and clergy. His policy was clear: dissent equaled death. Whether facing aristocrats or commoners, Henry ruled with an iron fist and no tolerance for opposition. 9. A health decline that fueled paranoia. As Henry aged, his health deteriorated rapidly. He suffered from obesity, chronic leg ulcers, and possibly diabetes or Cushing's syndrome. His increasing pain and immobility only deepened his paranoia and cruelty. He became suspicious of his court, convinced of conspiracies, and increasingly erratic. Many close advisors were imprisoned or executed without fair trial. Henry's physical decline mirrored the moral decline of his later reign. A once charming king now transformed into a bloated, isolated tyrant. 10. A haunted legacy. When Henry VIII died in 1547, he left behind a fractured kingdom. Though his son Edward briefly took the throne, the stability of England was fragile. His reign had altered religion, government, and society forever, but at a tremendous cost. Executions, broken alliances, religious division, and economic instability defined his legacy. To this day, historians debate whether Henry was a visionary reformer or a bloodthirsty tyrant. Some argue that his break from Rome was necessary to modernize England, while others believe his actions caused irreparable harm. What's clear is this: his secrets, decisions, and ruthless ambition reshaped the course of British history in ways still felt today. Outro. King Henry VIII's reign wasn't just about lavish banquets and royal pageantry. It was filled with betrayal, execution, obsession, and control. His decisions echo through centuries, shaping not just England, but the very soul of monarchy and power. And now that you know the dark secrets behind the crown, what's your verdict? Reformer or tyrant? If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more epic history content, and share it with someone who loves the drama of royal secrets. Every share helps bring history to life for more viewers, and your support inspires us to keep digging into the past to uncover the stories the textbooks often leave out. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more hidden history that will blow your mind.